Welcome back to Forkin Delicious. We're still here in sunny Cork. Dish we're going to do next, it's really kind of like a vegetarian spice bowl. So, but instead of using chips, what I've done is I've used wedges. You can see them, there'll be a link somewhere on the video, somewhere here or there or somewhere. And you can find a link for that and see how to do them. When I take them out there in a few minutes, I'll give you a quick rundown again on how they're done, right? So for this vegetarian one, I just have some carrots, some broccoli, some pepper, mushroom, onion, spring onion, garlic. I've made my own kind of spice bag mix. I haven't made it really, really hot. There is chili in it. All right, so I have chili, I have a small bit of cumin, I have Himalayan salt, I have some paprika. I didn't use smoked paprika because I find it overtakes it, all right? There's some ground herbs in there. There's a little bit of tarragon. There's some thyme. I have some celery salt. Listen, it's really nearly about looking around in your larder or your press and seeing what have you got and what can you use, you know, what's there. Make up your own ones because lots of those ones you buy have sugar and everything inside them. This one doesn't, all right? And it's quite easy. If you don't like it, when you make it, you know, test it on something, see what you think. Test it on a chip or something and see what you think. And then do you need to add anything else into it, you know? So usually what happens is people don't add enough salt, all right? So salt is kind of the secret, okay? So I have some oil, some sesame oil, a little bit of light soy sauce. It's only going to be a tiny bit. I have some sesame seeds to put in at the end. And this is just a bit of ginger paste. My pan has been on here. I'm heating the pan dry with no oil in it. If you heat the pan up with the oil in it, it tends to be that by the time the pan gets hot enough, the oil has been cooking away there and it's going to start to burn. So what you're looking to do is have all your stuff ready, like we said before. And I'm just going to put in oil here just to coat the bottom of this. So you can see the smoke coming up there. And then what I'm going to do is I kind of start at this end. I want those carrots in there for a few minutes. I'll have to remember not to think that I'm working on gas and that I can shake the pan. I don't do it at home, so I shouldn't be doing it here. So there's some peppers going in there now. Some onions and garlic. Tender stem broccoli gone in there as well. And the spring onions, I'll put them in. This is just a bit of minced ginger. I had it there, so I just said I'd use it up. And you want one of these. Now really, I've maybe put in a small bit too much into this, but at the same time, you have to be a little bit practical when you're cooking at home. You're trying to get a dinner done, you're trying to get something made for people. We have the nice flavours there coming out, but I want them, you can fry these as much as you want. You can make them as crispy as you want, as cooked as you want. It's up to you. The wedges I've done, I'm just going to take them out and put them here to show you. So they're here in this oven. So you can see here, lovely and crispy, nicely cooked. There's still some flavour of potatoes in them. I'm just going to lay them down here. And I'm going to turn up this the volume on this here. The next one up is like, it says B here, so I presume that's boil or go very fast. And that's what we want here now. Now, the other things we're going to add to this is things that give sort of Chinese food their flavour. So we're going to add a small bit of sesame oil here now because it's nearly ready. Sesame oil has a tendency to burn, but this is actually pure sesame oil. It's not toasted sesame oil. So it has a very gentle fragrance, but you can actually cook in it for a little bit. Most sesame oil is toasted and it's it doesn't fare out very well if you put it in at the beginning. So this is a little bit of light soy sauce. And this is my spice mix. Now I have some of this on the potato as well. And I'm going to put some in here. And again, you can put in as much or as little as you want. It's up to you, you know, on your own taste buds. We'll just leave that for another second. And what do you think of that so far, smell? Nice? So, coming through there, JJ? A mixture of the celery salt, chili, paprika, and actually the herbs are a big thing. Those herbs that are They're dried herbs, but I get my little blitz in the coffee grinder with some pepper. It's up to you to make your own unique kind of flavour here, you know. So this is something I would make. I make all my own like rubs and marinades and things. I still buy some as well, just so I see what someone else is doing, and it might give me an idea then to put something into it. So I'm going to take the potatoes now, pop them in there. We're just going to let this, because I'm using wedges, not chips, I can let this come to temperature, and I can let it, you know, let it cook there for another little bit. The veg will get a little bit crispier. The flavour will cross over between the veg and the potatoes and veg. That's going to be quite nice. I'm just going to give it a small little bit of sesame seed now. You can leave this out if you want, you don't have to put it in. I'm also going to put a little bit of that on it later on. You could add protein to this by just putting in maybe an egg, you know what I mean? Or you could put in some beans. Maybe not beans into this one, but maybe some broad beans, or, you know, just something to give it a bit of that protein kick as well. There's a lot of vegetables here, a lot of carbohydrates, and it's missing a small bit of protein. What I would say to you is, you know, you could easily counteract that with an egg or some beans or whatever to add to it. But this is a dish that everyone will try. So I know we say it in every video about subscribing. We mean it. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of June, and it will help us a lot if you actually just subscribe. We're not going to be emailing you. It doesn't cost anything, and it'll help us a lot. All right. Now, I'm just going to start. Again, we have this fine big cork bowl here. And this is something too, would make a nice side dish if you were serving with steaks or with something like that. Would be a lovely side dish with it. Or some buttermilk fried chicken, some fried fish. This would be a nice dish just to put in the middle of the table and let people help themselves. I have a small little bit of crispy onion left there, so we might as well use it up. So this is, again, our version of a spice bag, or a vegetarian spice bag. But we're using wedges instead of chips, and there's no meat in there. You could always add in some crispy chicken there, or you could even saute a bit of chicken in with the vegetables if you want a bit of, to make it a bit meatitarian friendly. And but it's a really tasty dish. And again, the spice is up to you. If you want to add some more here, you could sprinkle a small bit on. I like to kind of cook the spice in it a small bit. I don't like adding it on at the end. But I might add on a little bit of chili salt or something like that. All right. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. And like I said, if you get a chance, subscribe. We'd really appreciate it.